Hello everyone. Today I wanted to go over essentially do a recap of the entire Atlus Persona live stream that happened at TGS this year. It just ended at the time I'm doing this, so in case some details maybe slipped through, but I don't think so. So it ended with the Persona special stage show. Of course, we know it started with the reveal of the new trailer and the announce of the summer 2016 release. Through there, they showed off character profiles, so you get to know more about the main stars in Persona 5. I'll get to those in a little bit. But first, let's go over the Persona special stage show, which closed their 40-hour stream. During the stream, one thing which I will link in the comments below is they showed off the entire Persona 5 theme song. You may have heard the theme song in trailers in the past with just instruments. This has full vocals, so you get to hear the real full-blown Persona 5 theme song. And Atlus actually uploaded the song, or they said I'll put it in the description below, and they uploaded it, and it plays for an hour. So you can really hear quite a bit of it. Next to that, they had the voice actor for the main protagonist come on stage. Not much was said or revealed there. And just because he has a voice actor doesn't necessarily mean like the main character has more lines than normal. That's one thing some people are wondering about, because of course the other Persona games, the main characters had voice actors as well. But yeah, so he was there, and finally they also announced that they were doing a Persona 5 anime project, which is what it sounds like is that it's more of a 30 to 60 minute special on Persona 5. It's not like a full-blown series. So that's important to note. It does make me wonder, pure speculation, if that'll be something, if it's a special thing, if that'll be something that maybe comes with Persona 5, whether normally or in a collector's edition or something, like you get a Blu-ray with the anime special. Who knows? It could be something to promote the game well before it comes out, but that is something that crept into my head. Also, they said they're going to do a 20th anniversary Persona celebration, celebration project. So what I've read afterwards, because like I said, just watching the conference live in Japanese, it goes by quick. You're like, okay, what's this project? It does seem like it is going to be like a festival. So a 20th anniversary festival next year to celebrate the series, and that makes me think that while we don't have a set date on when that festival would be, it makes me think next year when we get a date on that festival, that is something we're gonna have to keep our eyes on for details on Persona 5 and on a, I guess, full-blown release date. They've said summer 2016 Japan, but like an actual day and date, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe that's when that could happen, or if that'll just be when there's a lot more details shown. If you're going to do a festival for the Persona series, I would imagine that is something you will save a big new trailer, maybe gameplay, etc., for an event like that. So that's pretty cool to hear, because it allows us to add like another Persona event to the calendar to keep an eye on, which is pretty cool. That was mostly it for the special stage show. They didn't announce any new side Persona spin-off or remake or anything like that. They didn't show new Persona 5 gameplay or something. It was really the theme song for Persona 5, the festival announcement, and the anime announcement that were the keys there. Now, other things that were revealed during the stream, and this happened before the stage show, we found out the names of the two Velvet twins, the two girls who will be the assistants in the Velvet Room for Igor. Obviously, we've had like Margaret and Elizabeth in Persona in the past, and we got the twins this time, and we have the first one, which this text you're seeing on screen, I believe, I don't know Japanese, I believe this is the right image. She is saying, "I am Caroline," or "This is Caroline," and then "I am Justine," or "My name is Justine," something like that. So we have Caroline and Justine. That was the first time they gave us names on those two characters. And that was like right before the special stage show kicked off. Now, the other, I guess, main relevant thing to come off of the 40-hour live stream that was like sandwiched between the stage show and the original trailer at the beginning of the stream was that they did kind of an event where they had wanted posters where you could scan with QR codes, and people were allowed to then reveal the cast of Persona 5 and get a character profile for the cast that had been revealed so far in Persona 5. So first we have the main protagonist, of course, the main character, and you see his profile. This person is set to be the leader of the Band of Thieves. He is a 16-year-old boy who was only just transferred to Shujin Academy. On first glance, he seems well-behaved and polite. It seems that he currently freeloads at a coffee shop in Shiken, which belongs to an acquaintance of his parents. The reason why he was forced to relocate to the big city is still unknown. So that was the first profile that was revealed, and we got the other three of the main characters. Now, there are going to be more party members. I believe currently we know there are at least 5, but we did not get character profiles on anybody but these 4. So next, we have Ryuji. Just like the supposed leader of the group, this boy is a second-year student at Shujin Academy and 16 years old. He stands out due to his frequent rough words and deeds and seems to have a reputation as a notorious troublemaker at school, to the point of being a frequent topic. I assume that's a misspelling on this profile because that threw me off big time. Of conversation among the faculty staff. The administration considers him fly in their appointment, I assume maybe that's supposed to be, or ointment? According to the investigations, however, he didn't always show this kind of behavior. Further research into the reason for his change in personality is still pending. So yeah, he is clearly a troublemaker. His reputation among school and staff kind of reminds me of Kanji from Persona 4. But I'm sure he's very, very different than Kanji, but that does stand out. The third profile is Anne. So she is a 16-year-old girl with American grandparentage who attends Shujin Academy. I read somewhere she's supposed to be like a quarter American. Due to her Caucasian appearance, she has the reputation of a loner who doesn't bother getting close to other people at school. She has been seen moving alongside the boy we assume to be the leader, as well as Ryuji Sakamoto. It seems there are strange rumors regarding her person going on at school, but investigations into their validity are still pending. And finally, the last profile, and maybe the most curious one, is Morgana. Out of all members of the Band of Thieves, this being is the most mysterious. No taller than a child, she somewhat resembles a black cat, but her true identity is all but unknown. Is that thing a hat? This is all we got. This one brought our investigations to their limit, though something about her reminds us of that black cat that was a leader is often seen carrying around. So yeah, I guess they're trying to set up some intrigue with Morgana, whether it's a cat or there's some mysterious thing going on there. Of course, that is pretty common for the Persona series to have one oddball in the group, of course. And there is something in a point in the trailer where she goes, they ask, "This cat can talk?" And she goes, "I'm not a cat, I'm Morgana." So I guess she's not going to fully accept she's a cat, or maybe she's not technically a cat. There's some mysterious curse or something going on. Who knows? So yes, that is pretty much the recap of the Persona 5 live stream. overall, I'd say it was pretty good. It was quite surprising in my personal thoughts that they started with the Persona 5 trailer, and of course release time at the very beginning. Because if you're someone that's watched Atlus live streams in the past, especially things pertaining to Persona, when they do these marathon live streams, they always save the main game, the thing people are waiting for last. And then they kind of do their silly stuff and little hints and teases and trolls in between. But they actually got right to business in this one. Because if you compare the beginning of the stream to the Persona special stage show at the end, which, based off past behavior, was heavily speculated that it would be where a new trailer would be shown and a release date would be given and everything like that. People thought that would be like maybe they would have conversations about Persona 5, like the director and stuff would be there. But it seemed like they actually got it out of the way at the beginning and kind of used the special stage as kind of a celebration of the series. They had a concert there, and then like I said, had the voice actor show up, debuted the Persona 5 theme song with lyrics, and announced the anime and festival. So yeah, it was quite different than last streams. I don't know if that was on purpose because some people didn't like being teased until the very end, or perhaps before they've done these streams, I don't think it's been TGS. It's been like one that was really good was earlier in this year. I forget if it was January or February of 2015. But that's kind of like their own thing. So maybe because they're at TGS, they kind of had needed to have like their booth ready and potentially do interviews about what was shown. So they handled it differently. So yeah, that's something that I thought was interesting. It makes me wonder if it's a trend that'll continue or if they'll go back to kind of making you wait until the end and build up that hype. Or it makes you wonder if maybe the game was a 2015 release if they'd have saved it for the end or something, but they wanted to not hit with people with that at the end and think that would bother them or something. Who knows? But overall, I think it was pretty good. The Persona 5 trailer, PV03, was, I thought, really, really good. It was a really good trailer. The game looks awesome. Yeah, it's disappointing we'll have to wait, but Hashimoto, the director, did say that, they just want to make the game the best they can be, and that, they're making it for a new platform, a new system, and they didn't want to hold back, and it's going to be the longest game in terms of like content and playtime they've ever done. So obviously Persona games are pretty long, so this one being a longer game than ever and having more stuff to do is really cool. I mean, we saw in the trailer even like mini games, so like those activities you use to boost up your kind of stats, like your knowledge and stuff, your strength, or your courage, stuff like that. Looks like it'll be done in the way of mini games now. You actually get to like act out, which, while yes, some stuff it's simple little mini games and maybe like quick time events, I think that's going to add a lot to Persona because you do so much of that stuff, and kind of adding in that, I almost would call it Shenmue type of thing, or where it's kind of supposed to get you engrossed in the world. You're doing these activities. I think could add quite a bit, and I think is pretty cool. But yeah, overall, it looks really awesome. Sure, it'd be amazing if it was in 2015, but like I said, when it gets there, I think it has a good chance of delivering, and we're going to have a Persona 20th Anniversary Festival next year, and I'm sure there will be, who knows, there might be that next year, and there might be another live stream like this in between, and it might have even more of a presence at, like E3 next year, because this year, people were like, why isn't it there? Maybe, it was there, but there was like, they didn't show anything new. Maybe now, because the game's not coming out by E3, maybe E3 2016, they even get a push there, which would be pretty cool to see it. To see Sony and Atlus really get behind helping the franchise grow, which is it's got its hooks in quite a few people now and has really started to improve. So they could push it hard, and maybe Persona 5 is really almost the breakout. I mean, a lot Persona 4, considering the fighting game spin-offs like Arena and stuff like that. Persona Q, the crossover on 3DS between P3 and P4. You could say Persona 4 already 3 and 4 really helped it break out into its current form. But who knows? I think it has even more potential, and if taking time to get the game right and promoting it, giving it a little longer lead time than they have in the past, can help it grow. That would be pretty awesome, and sure, there'll be much more on Persona 5 after the game's even out. We saw Persona 4 go on for a long time. Hopefully there isn't like what's going to end up being like, I think, like an 8-year gap or something between 4 and 5. Hopefully that's not the gap between 5 and 6 when it eventually happens, but it's pretty exciting. So that is my recap of the Atlus live stream for Persona at TGS 2015. If you guys liked the video and want to hear more on Persona and anything else really, please like and or subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.